man. Oh goodness, said the other, and raised one hand before his face in shocked repudiation. No, what are you thinking of? You look trustworthy, said Kay with a smile, but yet, let's go. He gestured with his hat for him to lead the way. What's your name? Asked Kay as they went along. Block the merchant, the little man said, turning around to Kay as he introduced himself. But Kay didn't allow him to stop. Is that your real name? Asked Kay. Of course, was the answer. Why would you doubt it? I thought you might have some reason to conceal it, said Kay. He felt totally at ease. The way one normally feels speaking with inferiors in a foreign country, avoiding everything personal, just talking indifferently about their interests, thereby elevating them in importance, but also in a position to drop them at will. Kay stopped before the door of the lawyer's study, opened it, and called out to the merchant, who had continued docilely onward. Not so fast. Bring the light here, Kay thought Lenny might have hidden herself there. He had the merchant check all the corners, but the room was empty. Before the painting of the judge, Kay held the merchant back by his suspenders. Do you know him? He asked, and pointed upward. The merchant lifted the candle, squinted up, and said, It's a judge. A high judge? Asked Kay, and stepped to the side of the merchant to observe the impression the picture made on him. The merchant gazed up in admiration. It's a high judge, he said. You don't know much, said Kay. He's the lowest of the lower examining magistrates. Now I remember, said the merchant, and lowered the candle. I've already heard that. But of course, cried Kay. Yes, I forgot. Of course you would have already heard that. But why? Why? Asked the merchant as he moved toward the door, impelled by Kay's hands. In the hall outside, Kay said, You know where Lenny's hidden herself, don't you? Hidden herself, said the merchant. No, but she may be in the kitchen cooking soup with the lawyer. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Asked Kay. I was talking to you there, but you called me back, replied the merchant, as if confused by the contradictory orders. You probably think you're pretty clever, said Kay. Lead on, then. Kay had never been in the kitchen. It was surprisingly spacious and well-equipped. Oh yeah, that well-equipped kitchen. The stove alone was 3 times the size of a normal stove, but no other detail was visible, for the kitchen was illuminated at the moment only by a small lamp hanging by the door. Lenny was standing at the stove in her usual white apron, breaking eggs into a saucepan over the alcohol flame. Good evening, Joseph, she said with a sidelong glance. Good evening, said Kay, and pointed to a chair off to the side that the merchant was to sit on, which he did. Kay, however, went up close behind Lenny, bent over her shoulder, and asked, Who is this man? Lenny grasped Kay with one hand while the other stirred the soup, pulled him forward, and said, He's a pitiful fellow, a poor merchant named Block. Just look at him. They both looked back. The merchant was sitting in the chair Kay had indicated. He had blown out the candle, its light now unnecessary, and was pinching the wick to stop the smoke. You were in your slip, said Kay, turning her head back to the stove with his hand. She was silent. Is he your lover? Asked Kay. She started to lift the soup pan, but Kay seized both her hands and said, Answer me. She said, Come into the study. I'll explain everything. No, said Kay. I want you to explain here. She clung to him, wanting to give him a kiss, but Kay fended her off and said, I don't want you kissing me now. Joseph, said Lenny, staring at Kay imploringly yet frankly. You're surely not jealous of her Block.